We have a new addition to the fleet. So the skid steer that we had, the old ASV, was 21 years old, I think, and boy, we've been having to do a lot of work to it lately, and Zach's been sinking a bunch of money into it. So he just picked this up. Got a brand new RT75 heavy duty from ASV. It's got the 18-inch wide tracks on it. His other one, I think, was 20 or 21-inch. This machine's a little heavier than the old 80, but I think the tracks might be a little longer because the ground pressure pounds per square inch on this are less than a pound more than the other one. So he's going to keep these tracks on it. It works well. This thing is like a cockpit in a fighter jet when you're inside. I've run it now several times. It's just an amazing machine. They've really focused on comfort here because people are spending a lot of hours in these things. It's like sitting in your living room chair. It's a perfect seating position. Ergonomically, the joysticks are exactly where they need to be, plus the air ride seat, which isn't a new thing, but the suspension in the tracks and stuff on these is so much better than the old one. This one also has a Cummins power plant in it, a turbo diesel, the same as the 145 that has a Cummins in it as well. And boy, they're quiet and powerful. Both of these machines are amazing. The little Mini, that's mine. The little Mini has a Yanmar engine in it, and it's been struggling a little bit. We've been working it really hard. Some really difficult digging here. You got about maybe 1.5 to 2 feet of dirt, and you're into shale. So you're having to bust up the shale to dig these ditches, and anywhere where there's a power line overhead like this, you know, I have to do all the digging with a small machine because this boom, this boom right here will take all the power lines down. You can't dig underneath. So we're kind of in the early stages, but I think I need to upgrade this machine. It's only 24 horsepower, and it digs fine under normal conditions. It's got amazing reach. The only problem is when it's really hot out and I got the AC maxed out, it definitely works the motor hard. And the other service we're going to be offering, and the customers here have a great need for, is brush and field mowing, like embankments and ditching and through the woods roads. And so the plan is to get a flail mower for the end of the boom, and this one really just isn't going to cut it horsepower wise and hydraulic flow wise. So we're waiting for the first 5-ton Hyundai to show up next month, that Pete's Equipment. We're going to go take a look at that. That one doesn't have the 3-way hydraulics auxiliaries to the end. It only has a 2-way, which is nice, but if I'm going to do it, I want to get the 3 hydraulic lines running out to the end of the stick, so that I can use the thumb while I'm either mowing to grab logs and stuff out of the woods, or with the tilt bucket, which isn't always needed, but boy, once in a while when you're doing some finished grade and you get a rock that comes up, it'd be awful nice to just pick it and move it. So anyways, this machine's probably going to be sold. It's got 600 hours on it now, I believe, and I think most people that know me know that I take extremely good care of my stuff. This machine still looks like new, other than the grease hanging off the grease points, which I catch a lot of flack for maybe over greasing. I over grease everything except for the turntable, which is not a good idea, and the same with the swing gear. You don't want to over grease those. You can actually ruin the seals underneath, but everything else gets a lot of grease, and I usually end up with a lot of it on me. But yeah, so I think this may be the last year for the 35. We're thinking the 5-ton will be a much better application here, this type of work that we're doing, especially the mower with double the horsepower and almost double the flow out to the end of the stick. And of course, comfort wise, you know, this is a great machine for working 3-4 hours at a time. I've been spending 9-10 hours a day in this, and it is a little bit small for me. I mean, I'm 6'1", I'm a pretty big guy, but when Zach's in here all day, I get pretty jealous. So yeah, so the plan is upgrade this to something that suits our workload better, and be a little more comfortable as well.